ever visit New York, one good thing about it is our cultural and arts that goes on daily here in New York City. I mean, we got great museums, cultural centers. There's one on Staten Island that's very good on there. That you have a lot of students there training to sing, to play music. That's the Snug Harbor Cultural Center. Also, you have stuff through the city, Lincoln Center, and many other things that goes on. And also, don't forget, we do have our art house theaters that are still around, such as the Film Forum, the Angelica the Film Center, the IIFC Center, that shows some great movies. Lincoln Center does have one of their own as well. It's filmed at the Lincoln Center. A friend of mine's passed this along to my inbox, and I didn't realize this was happening this particular month. I knew he was making a new film, and I guess it's now complete, and it will air at this festival. They're doing if you're familiar with this name, Dario Argento, if you're not, his horror films, Demons, and many others on there, Suspiria, on there. They are doing a Giallo film festival in the Lincoln Center. And the article is, Beware of Dario Argento's a 20-film retrospective that takes place at the Lincoln Center from June 17th through June 29th in partnership with Cinesedia. And this also, it culminates with the new film that is coming out by Argento, Dark Glasses, which, if you can't make it to New York, it will air on Shudder. I believe Shudder bought the exclusives rights to this film, which is so right for any film of this nature. But I'm going to read a little bit into it. This was written by Samantha Bergeson. Dario Argento's chilling giallo aesthetics kicks off the summer season at the film at Lincoln Center. IndieWire exclusively announced the Beware of the Dario Argento's 20-film retrospective hosted by Film at Lincoln Center and Cinetedia. The retrospective rolls out June 17th through the 29th and ushers in the third decade of a collaboration between the Film at Lincoln Center and the Italian state-owned film archive Cinesedia, whose main shareholder is the Italian Ministry of Culture. Argento's vast catalog of classic films like Suspiria and Inferno, both are part of the Three Mothers trilogy. The new restorations, 4K restorations, 17 films are newly restored. The famed director will be in person for selective screenings, introducing films and conducting Q&As. The lineup will also host North America's premiere of Dark Glasses, Argento's first film in 10 years, distributed by Shudder. We are delighted to celebrate the 30th anniversary of our ongoing partnership with FLC, by offering its audience the world premiere of 17 restored Dario Argento magnificent works prepared by our laboratory. Chiara I'm sorry if I butchered the name, Cibargina, president of Cinetia, said the following: the record-breaking 2018 Lucio Visconti and the 2019 Ermio Olami retrospectives. We have decided to come back after these difficult months with Dario Argento, whose retrospective has been already booked by international venues for the next 2 years. Dennis Lim, director of programming at FLC and artistic director of the New York Film Festival, added, "It's always a pleasure to collaborate with Cinetedia partner on some of our most popular retrospectives of all time, and this time in honoring of a living legend. To be able to present these striking new restorations to New York audiences with Dario Argento in person is a thrill and honor." Argento made this film debut in 1970 with The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, widely regarded for popularizing the pulp Italian subgenre giallo. The lush, violent, and titillization aesthetic was brought to the international heights with Argento's Deep Red in 75, drawing from the fantastical influences like Sublime Gothic art and Hitchcockian sentiments. The retrospective includes Argento's classic film Suspiria, which was later reimagined by Lucio Guadagnino for the 2018 film starring Dakota Johnson, Tilda Swinton, and Mia Gothic. I like the original better. The film began Argento's Three Mothers trilogy, followed by Inferno and Mother of Tears. A 35mm screening of Inferno is the highlight of the film at Lincoln Center's retrospective. Other standout works include Tenebrae, Opera, Phenomenon. Unlike the screen gems like Trauma, The Stendhal Syndrome, The Black Cat, and Dracula 3D, as well Argento's made-for-TV feature Do You Like Hitchcock are also in the lineup. The North American premiere of Argento's Dark Glasses for Shudder is an additional part of the film at Lincoln Center Showcase. The film debuted in February at the Berlin International Film Festival, starring the director's daughter, Asia Argento. All screenings will take place at the Walter Reed Theater at Lincoln Center. Beware of Dario Argento is organized by Madeline Whitley, Tyler Wilson at the Film in Lincoln Center, and Camelia Cormani, Paola Ruggero, and Marco Ciala of Cineta, which also co-produces the festival. The retrospective is presented in collaboration with the Italian Cultural Institute, sponsored by Mubi. This is a good thing, is when you get films like this. If you don't like that horror film, that type of giallo, check it out. If anything, check it out for Suspiria or for maybe the new film Dark Glasses. Argento is a genius outright, because basically his films are spectacularly shot. If you haven't seen a Dario Argento film, it's a must. It's a must. Those of you, fans of my Saturday pre-flight viewers out there, I highly recommend it. When it comes to the Italian horrors, the Italian giallos, these are the movies to catch. I mean, some of them date back, some of the stuff dates back prior to the slasher films. You have to remember that. Some of the Italian horrors are, what would it be without these movies? You wouldn't have your Halloween or your Friday the 13th and some of the others. I mean, this is, a lot of these films are technically historical. I mean, in their own rights, and they're beautifully done. They're restored. I've seen some clips of some of the new restored stuff like Suspiria and all that. I'll tell you, Suspiria used to give me the willies back in the day, and that was that old commercial that on there. And you saw a clip of it in the beginning. It is the scariest thing you'll ever see, for that time period, because basically you didn't get commercials like that. And that was on television. I was a kid when that came out, and that scared. I had nightmares of that when I saw that one. But the film was good. It was a good film. It's not the gigantic Oscar-nominated film, but it was a well-done film. A lot of these older horrors were very well done. Argento happened to be one of them. Another one I always point out to, Black Christmas. The original Black Christmas. No. Not the one from a couple of years ago. Not the one that just came out more recent. The one that goes all the way back to the 70s. That was a great film. And it didn't have that much gore in it. That was the one thing about the whole situation. A lot of people say, oh my God, it has got this gore. No, it doesn't. It's really very suspenseful. It has that little of twist of Italian horror, that giallo twist to it. So if you're in New York, do catch it at the Film in Lincoln Center on there. I would assume tickets are available currently on there. You could check with the Lincoln Center box office. It is listed on their website. So hopefully we'll get to see this. My wife wants to see this new Argento movie. She's a fan of the genre, and we'll get that soon. Hopefully you'll be able to catch it as well.
You cannot escape. Suspiria.